Hello, everyone. Death does not knock politely. It crashes in, leaving silence where laughter, music, and stories once lived. In the final days of 2025 and the first hours of 2026, the world said goodbye to legends, innovators, and everyday heroes whose lives shaped culture, memory, and hearts. Join us as we honor their legacies, remember their impact, and celebrate the names that will never be forgotten. In late December, the silence deepened when Isaiah Whitlock Jr. passed away at 71. For millions, his voice was unmistakable, sharp, commanding, unforgettable. On HBO's The Wire, he embodied Clay Davis, a corrupt Maryland state senator whose swagger masked rot beneath power. His performance didn't just entertain, it exposed systems, whispered truths, and left a cultural scar. Beyond television, Whitlock's presence stretched across films like BlacKkKlansman, Cedar Rapids, and Cocaine Bear, where his gravitas anchored chaos. His death closed the final chapter on a man who made corruption feel terrifyingly human. Just one day later, another loss stunned the world. Tatiana Schlossberg, gone at only 35. A journalist for the New York Times and the New Yorker, she spent her career documenting environmental urgency, climate truths, and human vulnerability. Weeks before her death from leukemia, she published a final essay, raw, unfiltered, intimate, detailing her battle with cancer. Readers felt like they were holding her hand as she wrote. As the daughter of Caroline Kennedy and granddaughter of John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, her lineage carried history, but her words proved legacy isn't inherited, it's earned. Music lost its sanctuary when Richard Smallwood died at 77. In a nursing facility in Sandy Spring, Maryland, kidney failure claimed a man whose compositions lifted souls. His gospel masterpiece, Total Praise, became a spiritual anthem across churches worldwide. Songs like The Center of My Joy and I Love the Lord echoed from sanctuaries to cinema, famously performed by Whitney Houston in The Preacher's Wife. His melodies were prayers, his harmonies confessions, and his absence left a silence too holy to fill. Dance, too, dimmed when Carmen de Lavallade passed away at 94. A titan of movement, she graced Broadway, the Metropolitan Opera, and performed with the Alvin Ailey Dance Company. She danced into her 80s, defying time, gravity, and expectation. To watch her move was to witness resilience embodied. When she exited the stage of life, the world lost a living poem written in motion. Elegance mourned Jacqueline de Ribes, who died in Switzerland at 96. Her designs adorned icons like Joan Collins, Raquel Welch, and Cher. She wasn't merely a fashion designer, she was an architect of timeless grace. Her creations whispered sophistication in a world obsessed with noise. On January 1st, 2026, history paused to honor Diane Crump, a true pioneer in American horse racing. At 77, she succumbed to glioblastoma in Winchester, Virginia, leaving behind a legacy that transcended the sport. Crump shattered long-standing barriers, becoming the first woman to ride in a U.S. pari-mutuel race and the first to compete in the Kentucky Derby, breaking ceilings that once seemed unassailable. Every stride she took on the track wasn't just a race, it was a statement, a challenge to tradition, and a beacon for generations of women jockeys who followed in her path. In survival stories also marked the start of the year with Eva Schloss, who passed away at 96 in London. A Holocaust survivor, Schloss endured the horrors of Auschwitz and later became the stepsister of Anne Frank after her mother married Otto Frank. She dedicated her life to bearing witness, teaching the world that memory is resistance and that surviving atrocity is both personal courage and historical defiance.
Sports legends followed with the passing of Bob Pulford, a Hockey Hall of Famer who died at 89. A cornerstone of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Pulford helped secure 4 Stanley Cups, leaving an indelible mark on one of hockey's most storied franchises. His influence didn't stop on the ice. He later guided the Los Angeles Kings and Chicago Blackhawks from behind the bench, earning the prestigious Jack Adams Award for coaching excellence. Pulford's career bridged generations, blending old-school grit with modern strategy. Players and fans alike remember him as a figure who embodied both dedication and adaptability, a testament to a life built on passion for the game. Political airwaves fell silent with Michael Reagan, conservative commentator, radio host, and the eldest son of Ronald Reagan and Jane Wyman. At 80, after a battle with cancer, Reagan left behind decades of broadcasting and political commentary, shaping public conversation through his columns for Newsmax and The Michael Reagan Show. Living under the constant glare of public scrutiny, he carved a voice distinct from his famous lineage, speaking boldly on matters that mattered to him. His life reflected both the privilege and pressure of his family name, yet he navigated it with candor, humor, and conviction. Through decades on radio and in print, Michael Reagan became a figure whose influence reached beyond politics, into the everyday lives of listeners who trusted his insights. Basketball mourned the loss of Jawan Oldham, a 7-foot center whose dominance first emerged at Seattle University and in Cleveland High School athletics. His 10-year NBA career spanned the Chicago Bulls and Los Angeles Lakers, but Oldham's influence stretched far beyond America. He founded basketball leagues in South Korea and China, cultivating international talent and leaving a global imprint on the sport. His career exemplified not only athletic excellence, but also a dedication to expanding basketball's reach, connecting communities worldwide. Hollywood quietly said goodbye to Sidney Kibrick, the final surviving regular of Our Gang at 97. Kibrick carried with him memories of cinema's early laughter, a time when childhood antics and innocent comedy captured the hearts of audiences everywhere. Though he eventually left acting for a career in real estate, he remained a bridge to a vanished era, preserving stories of a golden age in film. Those who knew him remember a man whose presence embodied nostalgia and history, someone who offered first-hand insight into the evolution of Hollywood. Kibrick's passing marks the end of a chapter, yet the joy he helped create continues to echo in the laughter of generations who still watch Our Gang today. Then there was Glenn Hall, affectionately known as Mr. Goalie, who passed away at the age of 94 in Alberta. A true pioneer of the crease, Hall holds the record for an astonishing 502 consecutive starts, a testament to his iron will and unyielding dedication. But his influence went far beyond sheer endurance. He revolutionized the sport by popularizing the butterfly style of goaltending, a technique that transformed how goalies approach the game even today. In the culinary world, the loss of L. Simone Scott at 49 struck a chord across kitchens and screens alike. A celebrated chef and mentor from America's Test Kitchen, Scott battled ovarian cancer with the same determination she brought to her craft. Yet her life was defined by more than recipes. Through her initiative She Chef, she empowered women chefs of color, fostering mentorship and opportunity in spaces where representation was scarce. Her impact resonates long beyond television sets, shaping the next generation of culinary innovators. Country music also mourned the loss of Jim McBride, the legendary songwriter behind hits for Alabama, Waylon Jennings, and Alan Jackson. With timeless classics like Chattahoochee, McBride penned melodies that became the soundtrack of memories, capturing emotions that linger in hearts long after the music fades. Through lyrics and life, his work continues to echo where memories dance. As tragedy struck 40 lives in a Switzerland nightclub fire, we also honor everyday heroes, grandparents, nurses, veterans, reminding us that worth isn't measured by fame. Flags lowered, voices faded, but legacies endure. Share this tribute, like for remembrance, and let us keep their stories alive for generations to come. Thanks for watching.